The beautiful Minecraft world. A beautiful landscape to build whatever you want. A world of sunlight and lush green grass and trees for miles on end. Really? Who could ask for more? Except it's not good enough. Turn these shaders off because we make things look good the hard way with classic vanilla textures. There's a whole 2 other dimensions in this game, and we want to go to the one that happens to be on fire. To make this portal, we're gonna need about 2 things. One being a lot of obsidian, the other being a cool build to put around the portal, and 3, maybe an iron farm, just because. Then again, maybe I should also learn to count because that was 3 things. Wait, that's 4. Firstly, really quickly, I didn't mention this in the first episode, but this world does have a few data packs, and one of them is villager trades from a wandering trader. He offers little heads, so I wanted to get the cartography table because I think it looks kind of funny. Time to mine about 40 obsidian, or somewhere around there, I don't really know, it was quick math. Apparently I'm incapable of swimming up. I don't think there's gonna be anything left from that. I think what happened is I fell into this hole down here, which led me into lava, and then the lava generated cobblestone above my head. What am I to do about that? I spent last night gathering my stuff back, and thankfully it's not too hard when you don't have good stuff to begin with. The next step is to build the portal itself, because I have all the obsidian now, and I was gonna build it right there closer to my base, but with how big the portal is, I feel like it would make a lot of noise, so I think we're gonna move it probably right here. Although for the aesthetic part of it, making the portal look nice, well, we don't have enough stone, so I have to go mining. With the stone acquired, let's put this portal together. Starting with the obsidian frame, and yes, we're adding corners. There we go, and now I think it's just time to build the towers up. Let's be real though, you probably just want to see the finished project. Unfortunately, it's not technically finished, although this is what it's going to look like. The reason it is not finished is because, 1, I didn't feel like doing it. I want to add more landscaping around it to make it look nicer and blend in. And lastly, I actually need a few blocks from the Nether to complete the build, which means we need to go in there. Alright, let's do this. Gonna wear my golden helmet. I don't really like shields, but we'll use it anyways. I shouldn't be bringing these emeralds. And now let's light the portal. Let's see where we go. How lovely. Hey, this actually isn't a bad spawn. We're right next to a forest, which is cool. I'm gonna go over there and try to get some wood. But of course, we can't forget to set our spawn. Kidding. I wouldn't actually do that. I would, for the content, but, you know. We'll say hello to the locals as we tear down their forest. Oh. Would you looky there? Looks like this forest is just slightly covering up this fortress. Well, hello there, fellas. I don't have a sword, so... I'll just take this rod and run. One more would be kind of convenient though, wouldn't it? You know, that's enough. We're going home. Hello, sir. This isn't good. This is also not good. Where am I going? That's not good. He doesn't like these, right? Okay, that's good. I don't know where to go. My portal! There it is! Well, let's get out of here. Well, let's go. We survived the Nether. Well, now the building is almost done. Except, I think this building just blocks too much of the view. So, I'm gonna take it down. The site of a freshly reverse constructed building. I'm gonna leave the other villager houses here for now. And now, besides the terraforming of the land around it, it is basically done. Eventually, I think I'll want to get some candles on these little ledges next to the windows, but I'm not going to worry about getting beeswax right now. I ended up putting some vines around it. I think it makes it look a whole lot nicer. And I started working on the back of it. I don't want to leave the back unfinished. So I got the back of these towers done. I just don't know what to do about this section with the nether portal sticking out. So I don't know how I want to cover this up yet. But yeah, I like how it turned out, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. Alrighty, and now I'm going to build that iron farm that I was talking about in the beginning of this episode. We're gonna build it over here to the right of our nether portal. The design we're gonna be using is one that I've used on a few different worlds in the past, and it's super easy to build and it's underground. It's not crazy efficient, but it will satisfy our needs for right now. Literally, the farm is so easy that it fits inside this little box. But before we continue, we're supposed to get some villagers in there. Luckily, I already have a few villagers in this hole. There we go. Ah, see, that was easy. Now, I'm just gonna take one at a time. Come here. There's nobody else to talk to. Now we're on the way. What? I think this villager just saved my life. Ah. There we go. I think he likes the smell of his shoulder. That was a weird sentence. One more to go. There we go. This works. This is slightly awkward timing, but we need to get the zombie in there now. So, all we have to do is get him to follow us into the farm. Without dying, hopefully. Please don't judge me, I've been playing Bedrock PvP for the last 2 years. It's a skill issue. I just need this guy, one of these two, to come down into the hole with me. Preferably only one, though. That wasn't too hard. Hey. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not good. Okay. Hello, sir. Nope. You stay down there. I don't even remember where I need to place these blocks. Oh. Alright, so this guy can go. And now we have our zombie. We have a fun little data pack that if you name a name tag, simply silence me, then you can no longer hear the mob. Now I'm just going to finish the farm. It shouldn't take too long. Ah, who would have seen this coming? I built the farm 1 block above a cave, which means I need to spawn proof it. This is the farm right above me. So all the iron golems are going to spawn in this cave. So I think the easiest way to solve this problem would be to place slabs everywhere. And we got this whole cave filled up with slabs. Hopefully we got the majority of the cave that we needed slabs done. So now our farm is working at a very unimpressive rate, but at least it's free iron. But I think it's very safe to say that this little hole in the ground just does not look good enough for an iron farm. So how about we put a little structure around it? I have no idea why I designed this build the way I did. It's kind of inconvenient to make, though I think it will look nice. The pillars holding it up are going to look a little bit unsturdy. Adding signs and trapdoors sticking out of it kind of looks like loose logs, which makes it look a little bit less put together. We are actually going to be using an interesting gradient of white to pink on these walls, going from diorite up to pink concrete powder, using cherry in the middle. Although for this gradient I need mushroom stem, which is a block I do not have right now, so I'm going to need to go collect a few of those. I don't think mushroom stem is craftable, and you need silk touch to mine it, so I found this golden pickaxe with silk touch in a ruined portal, and I guess we can use this to go collect it. So I know this is very interesting stuff, but I've been harvesting my potatoes and putting them in a composter to get bone meal. I know, very interesting, but it's also convenient because we're building with some bone blocks too. Sweet, we got a big one. Now we'll just mine it up. We'll try to use this pickaxe sparingly, because it's all the silk touch we have right now. Alright, we didn't need too much, so hopefully 13 mushroom stem will be enough. It's not a very large house anyways. Alright, so here's the order of the gradient. We go diorite, mushroom stem, bone block, then a kind of harsh contrast to the cherry planks, but it's alright. We'll add some stripped cherry log and some pink concrete at the top, but not a whole lot of it. Doesn't look too bad. Part of this wall is going to be covered up with vines and a furnace right here actually. I'm trying to use my blocks very sparingly because I don't have very many of anything, so I just kind of don't feel like gathering more. It's kind of inconvenient. I don't always use the simplest of blocks. Alright, we have a pretty big progress update. As you can see, we got the walls done and most of the build is done. Except the main thing we need now is a staircase up to get inside. I'm kidding. Of course we need a roof on top of it. The staircase up here can come afterwards. Though I wanted to show we're going for a cellar look for the actual farm right now. I'm gonna take care of this. I'll make some kind of actual entrance into here. But if we come down these ladders, we can see the farm right here. And we're making a lot of iron. It's definitely coming in handy. The roof is going to be a bit of a desaturated red color. So the blocks we need for it are going to be netherrack, crimson planks, and unfortunately mangrove. I'm gonna start getting the resources by heading to the nether for the crimson wood first. Oh, looks like we started a village in the nether. Are these guys safe? Oh, looks like he is. I guess we'll leave them go. Oh, they even have an iron golem to protect them. I did forget to bring a golden helmet, so hopefully we don't die. Alright, we got one stack, so that should be good. Isn't this just your favorite tree to mine? I think this feels more like archaeology than the actual dig sites that they just added to the game. I don't know why they made red nether bricks so painful to craft. Alrighty, shall we get started on the roof? Yes, we shall. I wasn't gonna wait for an answer. We're gonna have mangrove at the bottom, and then it's gonna be netherrack on top of it, and warped wood up there. And now here's a little tip. Always add leaves to your builds. Always. I'm being serious. Do it. Or at least almost always. And then, It's a good idea because grass looks so much like leaves, and the leaves frankly don't. Adding some moss with some grass on top of it adds a nice, unblocky feel to the leaves. So we're using stairs on some parts, and we're not using stairs on other parts to make it confusing. Alright, so there's one side of the roof done, and it looks pretty good. Hopefully the other side goes as smoothly. And just like that, the other side is completed. Although the leaves might need a little bit of work. Alrighty, and now we need a front porch, a way up to the door, and a little place to access the fire. We are going to continue on with a very rickety feel with this build. I really want some coal to make campfires, so let's go into a cave. I'm thinking maybe we'll make a little way down from right here. One of the things that I've really missed about Java Edition from playing on Bedrock Edition for so long is being able to place ladders on the back of trapdoors. Well, it's not exactly beautiful, but it's also not exactly supposed to be. I decided we're just gonna use ladders instead of a staircase because staircases take up too much space. And it's connected to the fireplace over here, along with the front door. Or back door, I don't really know. And now it is time to work on the interior. It's going to be a relatively simple design. My goal is to get a villager living in here and hopefully make it a librarian selling silk touch. It kind of just feels plain in here, so I'm adding some moss and some vines on the wall, even though you probably shouldn't have plants growing on your walls. I just need a decorated pot and a villager, and I think this thing will be done. Definitely wasn't a complicated interior to make. Oh sweet, it worked. I threw in some bread hoping these two would breed, and they actually did. So now we have another villager, and I don't have to fish one out of the nether. Flower pot acquired. Now let's see how painful this villager is gonna be. To start out, I want to get rid of the workstation so I can hopefully get him inside. And I just realized that I mined a loom, but this entire ceiling is made out of smithing stations. Well, whatever gets him inside, as long as he doesn't go for those barrels. I have bad history with villagers picking barrels as their workstation. I just want to build with a pretty block. I don't want villagers swarming them. Alrighty, let's see what we can do about this villager. Yes. Let's go. Curse of binding. Oh, how do I even get him up there? Let's see how smart this villager is. Oh? It's actually pathfinding for the most part? Wow, I'm genuinely impressed. Except for that trade. Oh? Sweet. Now I just need him in here. You know, getting villagers to walk off of a block is kind of a pain. There we go. Now he shouldn't be able to get out. Welcome to your new home. Hope you like it. Now he may be stuck in here for all of eternity against his will, but at least it's not a cobblestone cellar. I guess I'm going to mine this workstation until he gives me silk touch. Now most people would go for mending or unbreaking as well, or maybe even efficiency. All would be really nice, except next episode I'm planning to make an enchantment table, so hopefully we can get those through the enchantment table. Though silk touch is not something I usually have luck getting, so that's one of the first things I always like to have. Well, I am going to end the video in a minute, mainly because I want to see if I can get the video done tonight. But we made some really great progress, building a nether portal and going in there, and even making an iron farm with some cool builds to go around it. I have so many great plans for this world, and I'm hoping you're excited to see them. Cause I'm really excited to make the plans come to life. And hopefully you might want to stick around to watch this series. But with that, if you liked the video, go ahead and like the video, please. Thank you all for watching the video, and especially for staying till the end, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Goodbye!